Hey everyone, Rua here. It's been a few months since I last did something focusing on one particular job, so I best get back to it. My exhibitions can be thought of as previews for future job guides, and I think this one in particular has had people waiting on tenterhooks for a while. Beastmaster's guide is on the horizon, and it's going to be the first on this new system of mine, so if this video looks different to you, it's probably because I've got a new engine under the hood. I'm still working things out with it, so bear with me. Beastmaster is in an interesting place as it stands. It's a hybrid DPS which brings some solid utility with its pet's abilities, but when it can exploit a target's correlation weakness, it really starts racking up the damage. Not only for itself either. Killer Instinct is among the best group DPS and mitigation buffs around, provided the situation allows for its proper use. Killer Instinct is powerful because it's a straight up damage dealt increase to all attacks, so when it's active you absolutely will notice it. Even when it cannot bring Killer Instinct to bear, a Beastmaster will benefit greatly from the circle effects of other certain jobs, as these add to other killer effects present on the Beastmaster on some of its high-end equipment. In situations like these, a Beastmaster will likely fall back on a pet meant for sheer DPS, or that will otherwise help out everyone else's DPS. Generous Arthur, the Slug, is probably Beastmaster's best known pet beyond its career players. This is because Arthur's Corrosive Ooze is tied with the Blue Mage's Tourbillon for the strongest defense down debuff in the game outside of Geo Frailty at 33%. But it's even better than Tourbillon since it also inflicts attack down, is not tied to a restrictive reuse timer, and cannot miss no matter the target. Beastmasters also have some solid options for crowd control. Not quite on par with a veteran Blue Mage if I'm being real, but they're dependable regardless. The two jobs complement each other the more I think about it actually, both on the front line and the back line. This will probably come up again when the full guide comes out. Anyhow, I digress. Debates have been raging on the forums for a while now about whether or not Beastmaster is meant to be a frontline DPS or not. Debates which Square Enix themselves waded into with the last update, when they said outright that they have been patching the job to fill this role. If you ask me, all the tools it needs to do this are there, but I think it needs something else, and from the looks of things, Square Enix thinks so too, as they have said they're still not done with the job's updates. They're really treating Beastmaster's gradual updates like they did with Monk, and for very good reason, as the job has a good chance of becoming very overpowered if they overdo it. What do I think Beastmaster needs from that update? There's a few ideas, but they're all doable in one go. I came across an excellent post on the forums I'll link below which goes into detail, but I'll briefly go over some thoughts. Axe weapon skills need an update, as the job is a bit too reliant on Decimation and the Ambuscade Axe. Mistral Axe, Primal Rend and Cloud Splitter all need buffs, but they need to be very careful how far they push it. The effective distance between a Beastmaster and their pet to issue commands needs to be increased. Not a complete revert to put Beastmaster back on the backline, but enough so it does not have to essentially be right next to their pet to do anything with them. Finally, if they're set on Beastmaster utilizing Fencer builds, then it needs a shield with DPS attributes. Fencer also needs job ability haste added to it to make the build viable in the first place. Just a few thoughts. Beastmaster is a very interesting job not only due to its distinct mechanics but also because of the persistent discussions surrounding it. I will have to weigh all this up when I am putting together its job guide, and really, I'm seriously considering it to be my first collaboration job guide. We'll have to see if anyone wants to work with me on it. I've barely scratched the surface of what Beastmaster is capable of here, so hold on for a while longer for its full story. Righto, I'm off. I'll see you all next time.